Winners don't use drugs.
The Ramones suck. They're overrated. They're terrible. Goodbye.
What's up, DiBiase, punk ass bitch? Oh, motherfucker.
No, I don't really. I'm watching this the second time. Rock and Roll High School.
Slasher loves the Ramones.
I wouldn't say I love them, especially seeing this fucking lead singer, man.
Oh, I know.
God, it's so hard to even look at this guy.
Marfan syndrome.
You know what? I don't think anybody ever praised him on his looks.
I'm just saying.
Same thing
from a visual standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm saying. Well, look at Iggy Pop. There's another fucking startling example. Boy, is that man beautiful!
Dude, did you see him recently, bro? There was a clip.
Yeah.
Recent. It was. Oh my god! It looked so pathetic.
It looked like. Remember that parody video of the Capri Sun where the kids all merged into a monster? That's what Iggy Pop looked like on stage, like nightmare from Jim Henson's workshop.
No, you know how like when you're seeing commercials for like the starving people over there.
Yeah, he's like
how they're emaciated, but they somehow have a belly.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
These skeletal limbs, you can see the rib cage, and then there's this like bulging inner tube around the
belly. The fucking belly button's pushing out. But nah, Rock and Roll High School. I'm trying to think what other bands did movies like this with where they were
the
like
Beatles,
the focus of it. Yeah, what was A Hard Day's Night?
Yeah.
Was it a documentary? Was that documentary style, or was it a fucking movie like this?
It was a movie. It was,
okay.
Well, what about Yellow Submarine too? I mean, technically that was.
Oh yeah.
Song Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
So here I got something interesting for you, Slasher. So originally Todd Rundgren was the star as the musical act, but both sides could not come to an agreement, and then the next band that they contacted was Cheap Trick. But they had a similar situation happen. And after the talks were conducted with Warner Brothers, and in between that, they also asked Tom Petty, who turned it down.
I would have.
They got a hold of Alan Arkush, and he had a connection to decide which band they were going to use. So his first suggestion, get this one, was Devo. But they decided they wanted too much of their own shit into the concept of the film, and he dropped them. And then he considered Van Halen, but the Warner Brothers exec warned him that they were too raucous and would be difficult to handle. Hey, and finally, an exec name dropped the Ramones, who recorded for Sire Records.
So,
speaking of
Tommy, was David Lee Roth an extra in this movie? Because I thought I spotted him, and Slasher backed up the tape for a second.
And it looked exactly like it.
There's no mention of him. There is a mention of a couple other bands that the Ramones had played with, who had small cameo bits in the background. So it was probably one of those other bands that the Ramones had toured with.
It looked exactly like David Lee Roth, like 100%.
It was the scene where she decides to camp out for the Ramones tickets, and it pans all the way down the line. There is this guy in the friggin' line. I think he's got some girl piggybacking on him or something.
Yep.
And it's his hair, his fucking ape-looking face.
Yep.
And then he looks right at the camera for a split second before they stop the scene, before they cut to the next scene. And I paused it right when he's looking at the camera. It looked exactly like him. And I was looking it up, and there's zero mention of it. If it was him, it would have been mentioned on IMDb.
Oh, no, it definitely would have been mentioned. No, but they did mention a couple other bands, like I said, that the Ramones had toured with and everything, that they had small bits in the background. So one other thing I was going to mention real quick, I got a few more for later. The on-screen concert that they did, that it was actually attended by real Ramone fans. Who were a bit uncontrollable, and PJ Souls was actually terrified.
Yeah, what's her?
The chick
Souls. Yes,
PJ Souls. Yeah,
she was killed in Carrie, and she was killed in the first
Halloween.
Yeah,
she was also.
I was wishing she got killed in this movie.
She was also one of the MPs in Stripes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one who bangs. She's banging Bill Murray, and Harold Ramis is banging Sean Young.
Hey. So speaking of hotties in this, the principal, the evil principal chick. Josh and I were talking about. We're like,
this woman's been in everything. The woman who played the principal.
Been in everything, but is there a movie where she's in like freaking garter belts?
I looked at all the freaking movies that she was in. It was our first.
I think definitely.
What her name was. Let me see what her name.
Yeah,
was.
she was a hottie, dude.
So here's a funny thing about her. She was only 7 years older than
what's her face from Halloween?
PJ Souls. She was only 7 years older. And here's another funny thing. PJ Souls was older than everyone on the set except for Joey and Ramone. Joey
Holy shit!
Older.
But what about Clint Howard? I mean, he was like this.
He wasn't even supposed to be in it.
Wow.
Originally. They were supposed to have another guy in there. Let me see if I can find that. I did find something on that before.
Yeah, he became the first dot on the map.
And I didn't know the first time I saw this, I had no idea Roger Corman had his hand in this.
Yeah, or Mr. Futterman was in it.
Yeah, Mr. Futterman as a cop at the end.
Eddie
Dezen was supposed to be in it.
Who's Eddie Dezen?
For Eagle, he was oh god. Do you remember the movie 1941?
Yes.
Remember the one with the puppet that was on the Ferris wheel talking to the puppet?
It's been a while since I've seen it. I forgot about that.
That's Eddie Dezen.
I mostly remember it was John Belushi running around in his fucking old time bomber outfit.
Well, since you mentioned Roger Corman, I got another good one for you. So, as an inside joke regarding producer Roger Corman's notoriously stingy budget on the movie, sounds of birds going cheep, cheep, cheap can be heard as the New World Pictures credit appears on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I heard that too. I didn't know that was them insulting Roger Corman. But that's pretty fucking funny to know that.
Yeah, that's a good job.
Yeah, also, is this like the only movie where no one got naked for Roger Corman? Wasn't he known for titty movies?
Well, I think it would be in poor taste if he was doing. Well, then again, they did it in Porky's, didn't they? High school.
Yeah, well, dude, all of those students were in their 20s. Yeah, all those chicks were well above age. But
yeah, there was plenty of nudity in Porky's too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Dante worked on this too. Okay, he was one of the fucking story guys. Him and Alan Arkush.
Yeah, Arkush. He was the one that wound up being told by another exec about the Ramones. But yeah, some of the choices that guy was going to make for the bands he was bringing in. Who even thinks of Tom Petty? I mean, how does that?
Who thinks of Todd Rundgren? I know it was 1979, but I don't know.
Well, the Heartbreakers were pretty good in the late 70s, early 80s.
So Rock and Roll High School, the song was that specifically made for this fucking movie?
I think the movie got its title from the name.
No, yeah, the movie got its title from the name. So
I'm just wondering because that's the song that she wrote for them. The song that she was trying to get to them. They were like, Rock and Roll High School?
Yeah, I think they I think if it was a different band, they would have named the movie something else, and that would have been the title of the song.
Okay.
They would have pulled a song from that band's catalog.
Yeah, so they did have other titles that they were gonna call the movie.
Because I remember hearing that at the end when they finally realized the song was after that stupid bitch fucking she's got groupie fucking competition. That fucking what's her name? Angel Dust.
Yeah, the one that we thought was Callista Flockhart until she took her shades off.
Yeah.
Well, here, you want to hear some of the titles that they originally had for the various bands that they were going to use?
Sure.
So the draft titles. What up, Cotton? What up, Laura?
Hey.
Yeah, it kind of does. It has a couple funny moments. This is mostly a fucking fangirl movie, bro.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's a Ramones vehicle. Yeah.
You could like replace the Ramones with New Kids on the fucking Block and base this in 1989, and it would be the same fucking thing.
I really don't think this movie is bad, but some of the titles that they had for the draft of this one was High School Spirit of '76, Heavy Metal Kids, Girls Gym, California Girls, Disco High. And after Todd Rundgren, Cheap Trick, and Tom Petty all declined the project, that's when they settled on the Ramones, and then they called it Rock and Roll High School from one of their songs.
Oh, nice.
So you're, I know you like to break balls sometimes, Tommy, but really, you like the Ramones? You're a fan of the Ramones?
I like a lot of their songs. I'm not saying I like all their songs. I'm not saying that they're the best band in the world, but they got a lot of songs that I do enjoy. So
even the most played out ones.
Yeah, some of those ones is, Blitzkrieg Bop is one of the few that's because it's got a catchy tune, but.
All right, their two most played out songs, would you guys agree, would be Blitzkrieg Bop and I Want to Be Sedated. Their most played out fucking songs. Like, those songs are even more played. Rock and Roll High School got nothing on those two fucking songs when it comes to being played out. Like, how many movies, like, even to this day, like, movies and commercials, do they play Blitzkrieg Bop?
Yep.
Yeah, or at least let's go.
Yep. And so many fucking things. You gotta hear at least that part of that song.
Yep. Yabba yabba, gabba gabba, hey.
Oh, that was their license plate too.
Yeah.
It's like that Ed Wood special. But I'm not really a fan of, like, I don't hate the Ramones, but really, looking at that man, something just bothers me. I actually get, like, irritated just seeing that guy.
Well,
did you notice, though, that they had to sit him away from the rest of the band?
Yeah.
That scene when the guy starts feeding him?
What, you want to hear something fucked up going back to Roger Corbin and how cheap he was? So he wouldn't even, apparently the budget was so bad that for the wardrobe that PJ Souls had to purchase her own wardrobe. She wound up spending her entire salary of $2,100 on her clothes.
Did she get reimbursed?
No.
Oh my God. Well, what is it? Joey Ramone there had her freaking pissed his pants. Like, they zoom in on his crotch.
Yeah, did you see, what was that? Like a fucking pen leaked on his jeans or something?
Actually, if you look at that, what he did is if you look, there's a few different spots in his jeans are different colors.
Yeah, he's like sewed together.
They're just sewed in different pieces of freaking jean material on the pants. It's
but that's weird. A really bad spot.
It just looks like a dark. Looks like he did himself.
It's probably done like that on purpose to try to attract people's attention.
Hey, look at my balls.
Hey, if pissing your pants is cool, consider me the Miles Davis of pissing. Well, that's gross, but yeah.
No, did you guys know that one of the Ramones got in trouble during the film of this one?
Oh, what did he do?
For what?
So the Ramones were paid a total of $25,000 for appearing in the film. And they had to play through Southern California, help pay their hotel bills because Roger Corman being cheap. But during the 21-day shoot, Dee Ramone got arrested for fighting with a roadie, overdosed in jail, and wound up in Cedar Sinai Hospital with a $3,000 medical bill.
Oh, my God.
Rock and Roll High School. Fun. Rock and roll.
Do you have the two cartoonishly fat Jew hall guards?
Yeah, you have to have annoying fucking goons, right? So she's got these morons have hall monitor fucking uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's another good one. So you know that motorcycle they're riding, the hall monitors?
Yeah.
You know what that was from? That was from Roger Corman's Death Machine from the film Death Sport from 1978.
Death Sport? Was that a continuation of
Death Race?
Race?
Okay. No.
Did Roger Corman do Death Race?
That I can't recall.
I'll look that up.
I don't think he did.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did. Maybe
Roger Corman did. Maybe John Carpenter, but
It was
Roger
directed,
Corman. Yep.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Produced by.
Directed by Paul Bartel.
Shit. Well, the two hall monitor Jews were like cartoonish, and like what's sad is like they're considered like super fat or whatever in this little 1970s high school, and by today's standards they would consider average or skinny.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, there's way fatter than those two kids.
Yeah, because like none of these kids were fat. Like
one of them ate a fucking goldfish.
Yeah. After he SA'd all these girls, like
they got licensed to grope teenage girls wherever they go.
He was doing the full tune in Tokyo too.
They even do it at the fucking concert.
Yep.
They quartered that stupid bitch that fucking stole her songs.
Yeah, they pile drived her into the into the stall, and nobody ever heard of her or saw from her again.
Oh, good. She was a fucking useless whore.
She's like, a lot of these pretty girls disappear in Hollywood.
Trying to be the alpha slut. The fucking the only groupie for the Ramones.
Yep. And it's funny they placed all the emphasis here on this chick as like the hottie when that
other girl was the nerd girl was way better looking than her.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, and she was beaming, dude. When they were in gym class, she wasn't wearing a bra, and it was chilly in there.
She had itty bitty titties, but still.
Yeah, those raisins were out to play, though. Man.
Wait, what was her name? Something Rambeau. Kate Rambeau.
Yeah. I'd like to give her the force of freedom.
Find the picture of her. She looked kind of like her glasses.
See, RR gets it.
Her glasses were trying to make her look like fucking Marcy from the Peanuts.
Or Deb from Stranger Things. But yeah, RR gets it. Nerd girl way hotter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
That girl's not. She's. I don't know. I wouldn't even call her cute. She's just kind of meh.
What the main girl?
Riff, whatever. Riff Randall, fucking annoying girl. Yes.
Yeah.
Here's Kate. She's way cuter.
Yeah. Yeah, and she kind of, dude, that picture down bottom where she's smacking her lips there, right below the main page, the second row, kind of looked like fucking, it looks like Alyssa Milano. No, to the left of where your cursor was. Yeah, right there. Nope. Over to the right. Oh, yeah, that kind of looks like Alyssa Milano from there. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. But Alyssa Milano.
I'm figuring out, trying to figure out who she reminds me
of. 100% Cutler.
She was fucking cute as hell, man.
Yeah, and she freaking had her raisins out.
Riff Randall over here. She's annoying. I'm sorry. If
she
someone
looks like she's 30.
Yeah, she does. But then again, Cliff Howard is like 35. And this motherfucker he's taking up shop in the boys' bathroom where he's supposed to be like the guy who figures everything out for the teenagers. Yep. He's legit teaching a fucking teenage dude how to take off a bra. They're outside in fucking public doing this.
Well, Anton Yelchin did it better in that Charlie whatever movie that he was in.
Wait, Anton Yelchin, isn't he the one who got ran over by his own car?
Yeah, he's got killed by his own car.
Yeah. From Alpha Dog.
Yeah, he was in Star Trek as Chekhov.
Here's the part of them.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Do.
She's got barely. So does Riff. They barely got.
Yeah, where was the rainbow? Yeah, down bottom there. Yeah, they had the chick with the rainbow bikini. You could see underboob.
Yeah, the brunette over here. Oh man.
Yeah.
She was the dime piece of the movie.
Damn. Especially when she was jumping around and shit. It's like, yeah, no bra.
Yeah, this redhead, she got a fucking scar.
And it's so sad because like all those women are in
time with Slasher,
Rockin' Goon School. But yeah, like it's sad because all these women are in their 60s now.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so they're talking about the fucking this one. I completely forgot this thing fucking existed till someone mentioned it the other day. And I don't think the Ramones appear in this. No.
Did the hot principal get naked in it?
I think I saw the principal is in this when I was looking up her filmography. I think it did say she's in it.
Well, they also did a remake of this one called Shake, Rattle, and Rock in 1994, and the characters they played, Evelyn Randall, Kate Rambeau, and Joyce Togar, referenced their characters in the film.
But shit. Yes, this is who is in the sequel.
Oh, God. The Frog Brothers. Yeah. What band?
What would he be doing in that high school rocking around?
He's dressed up like Michael Jackson.
Like pop music garbage.
Yeah, no, he's dressed up like a knockoff Michael Jackson in his bad era.
Yes.
Yeah, that was sad. But what band did they use in the remake there?
I don't even know if they're
because this was a Ramones vehicle. Like this was a giant commercial for the Ramones.
I don't think there was even a fucking band in this.
Wow, so there was like a commercial, like the sequel was a commercial for no product? Damn.
Let me see. I think the whole thing is him starting up a fucking band. Okay, yes, it's Corey Feldman as the lead singer of a fucking band.
Oh, so this was a vehicle for Corey. Oh, bleh.
Good
Thanks
God.
for the warning.
A vehicle in Corey Feldman for 1991.
Yeah, so that was around the time that
he was already well known.
No, for his band though, he was never a musician until later. But him and his other buddy
wasn't he always doing that retarded Michael Jackson?
No, that didn't happen until the 90s.
Impersonator bullshit. I thought.
Yeah, that didn't happen. He did that in solidarity because of the Tommy. What's his face there? Tommy Mottola there was going full my people on him, and was trying to destroy him. And they made up all that stuff about him diddling and stuff. And then Corey Feldman came out in solidarity because Corey Feldman knows who the real diddlers are, and it wasn't Michael Jackson.
Yeah, notice he still doesn't name names though.
It's because he's a dude. He's a part of it is he's a pussy.
The other grifter.
Well, that's the thing is like there's one guy did name a bunch of people, and he mysteriously jumped off an overpass head first into LA traffic. So they probably got to him and terrified the shit out of him.
There was rumors circling that they got Corey Haim.
Yeah. God, what was that guy? Isaac something? I can't remember his name, but they like Hollywood is just a cesspool, dude. It's why they're
Isaac who?
Isaac Cappy, I think that's what his name was. He was friends like he was good. Yeah, he was good friends with some Hollywood people, and he actually named names, named some of the big names, and before anything could happen, he mysteriously jumped off of an overpass into LA traffic when he said he wasn't self-deletal or whatever the hell the term is.
Is this the guy that every once in a while that clip of him keeps popping up on YouTube?
Yeah, he's got a Jufro and a goatee.
It's him talking, and they said it was a few days before he died. Yep. Or a day before he died.
Yep, that's the guy. And then Tom Hanks made an eerie Instagram post of that exact spot and said, "What a wonderful place to what a great view or whatever from the spot today."
Oh, that's what that's supposed to be. Because I've seen that thing with Tom Hanks. I had no idea what the connection was of that.
Yeah. Yeah, they had him whacked.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, sexy baby, freaking Tom Hanks, like, sick mother. Yeah,
I can't even watch any more of that guy's movies.
Same here. I was a big fan of Saving Private Ryan. It's one of my favorite films. Yeah, I can't even watch it.
Dude, I used to love The Money Pit.
The Money Pit was good. The Burbs was good.
Yes, big man. Hell, I even liked Forrest Gump.
I liked Forrest Gump too. A lot of people get mad, like if you say you like that movie. People either love that movie or hate that movie. I like it. I wouldn't say I love it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was the
Money Pit and The Burbs. Those are two of my favorite movies.
Money Pit was one of the first films I went to go see in theaters too.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Remember when the Wrecking Crew showed up and it looked like a circus act? And it turned out they all did awesome work. Like, he's all like, oh my God. They like freaking rocked that place.
Did you ever see the modern equivalent of the Money Pit? It's got Ice Cube.
Oh shit! They did a remake, or
well, no, it's a completely different movie. It's not supposed to be the same movie, but it's the same premise. So he gets this big ass house that has all kinds of problems, and the guys are just like, every time they find something, they tear more of his house apart. Mm-hmm. Are we there yet? No, or is it not? Are we there yet? Are we finished yet? Or something of that nature.
Oh yeah, it's part of the "Are We There Yet" series.
Are We There Yet? I do remember that.
Yeah, and then the last one, "Are We Done Yet?" Or
shit. Yeah, that's what I said. When they fucking said, "Are we done yet?" I was like, yeah. Are we finished? No. So watching this again, I didn't hate it as much as I did the first time, but it's just kind of. There's some movies from this era that just don't really connect with me. Like whether they're funny or not. And this was one of them. This was like you might as well have just like taken like 3 songs and made 3 separate music videos with this movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad looking at Joey Ramone. He is so fucking hard to look at. Seriously, like he's just standing. He's just standing there and looks uncomfortable. And like
he looks like
fucking,
dude, he looks like he's about to eat a plate of spaghetti inside of a very undercleaned, dirty, rotting bathtub.
You know what he looks like? I'm gonna tell you what he looks like. No. He looks like the vulture from Bugs. He looks like the vulture from Bugs Bunny.
He kind of does. He kind of does.
But he's got like the Howard Stern look too, and it's like an emaciated, like Marfan syndrome, like HIV positive Howard
That's
Stern.
what it said he had. It said he had Marfan syndrome.
Yeah, like Abraham Lincoln disease.
Abraham Lincoln, long and Frankenstein looking attributes.
Yeah, Fred Gwynn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like he just like I got nothing against the guy, but like you could tell he must have had some health issues during that period because like he was having trouble just talking. Like his lines, like he couldn't even get the line out. It was like, dude, yeah, like I don't know. And then like you could see his eyes through his shades, and the eyes were like looked like somebody that was like confused, like dazed, like they didn't know where they were. Like this poor guy would be like, get him some help. Like, don't throw him in front of a movie set.
All right. It's been claimed he was born with a parasitic twin growing out of his back, which was incompletely formed and surgically removed.
Oh.
That's probably why he has kind of those like knock knee kind of look to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was already behind the 8 ball when he was born. So.
All I know is Joey Ramone gives me hope that even I can get laid because my God, that is one ugly motherfucker. And it means that all I have to do is learn how to play a musical instrument or mumble into a microphone. And I too can one day score hot chicks like that.
So going on with that, this girl has a daydream about the Ramones. And she's smoking a joint in her bedroom. And I didn't even notice until she stood up. This bitch is in her bra and fucking panties.
Yeah.
Like, Joey Ramone is singing like into this girl's mouth. He's like right in her fucking face. And
yeah.
Like she's supposed to be like 16 or 17 years old. Like maybe you could have left that part out of the fucking movie.
Dude, she had a kick and bod though. Holy crap.
Yeah, she did look good in her bra and panties. She was probably what, like 24, 25?
Yeah, she was probably in her 30s. Yeah.
She was 28.
28?
Damn.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yo, that outdoes fucking Judd Nelson.
Yeah.
I think Judd Nelson, I think they said he was like 26 when they did the Breakfast Club.
Dude, no. You know who wins hands down? Who wins? Daniel LaRusso, man. The dude was like 30.
For looks?
Yeah, in Karate Kid, he was like almost 30 years old.
Yeah,
and he was playing a high schooler.
He was supposed to be one of the youngest characters in The Outsiders.
Yeah, and he was one of the oldest ones.
I think it was Swayze and then him.
Yep.
The two oldest.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio, man, he's got the genes. He
was older than Rob Lowe and fucking Emilio Estevez
and Tom Cruise
and Matt Dillon at that time.
Yeah, and he to this day he's like in his 60s, like late 60s. He's older than Pat Morita was in the Karate Kid movies.
Well, you
know, and he looks younger.
His hair is not.
Oh yeah. That he's got it. There's got to be something coming out of a bottle to put that together. But yeah, he looks really good for his age.
Yeah, he does. He didn't age horribly.
Yeah.
I never heard anything about him being like a drug addict or an alcoholic.
Nope.
Or anything.
No, I haven't heard anything about I just thought it was really weird how old he was in the first Karate Kid.
He was like 21 or something, right?
No, I think they said he was almost 30.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me get his exact age, because when I first heard it, I was like, no freaking way. Hold on. Ralph Macchio age in first Karate Kid. He's only 22 years old. My bad.
Since we're on Ralph Macchio talk, I got to bring up the disclaimer.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, it says here he was only 22. That doesn't seem right. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, but yeah, said he was 22. I thought he was older.
In The Outsiders, he was older than fucking Diane Lane.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he was older than Emilio.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Him and fucking C. Thomas Howell were supposed to be the two characters.
Stay golden, pony boy.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Although Ralph Macchio, you could tell this was like his first acting gig, because in that ghost scene where he's like reading, where the letter's being read and you see like the ghost image of him.
His like speed,
he starts looking around, like he like looks like as soon as the lines finish, you see his eyes wander to the cameraman to be like, okay, you got to turn it off now.
I think that was. I know it had to have been like his second or third movie. This movie I saw a long time ago and I can't remember, called Up the Academy.
Oh shit!
That was his first movie. I think it said it was like 81. I can't remember a damn thing about this movie.
I can't remember if he ever appeared on Night Court, because you know how they got a lot of those guys before they were stars, like Michael J. Fox and all those people.
Wait, Michael J. Fox was on Night Court? He popped up on Night Court?
I'm pretty sure he was, because they had so many damn people that wound up coming through the doors of Night Court. I mean, some of the guys that were already established, like Lou Ferrigno and stuff like that, but there was a lot of other people that were up and coming, like LeVar Burton, who really hadn't hit his stride. He appeared on Night Court before anywhere else.
Brent Spiner.
I remember. Brent Spiner was a recurring character. I never fucking knew that was him. They were recurring characters, the fucking crazy couple that basically lived at the courthouse.
How did that guy not blow up?
Well, there's so many characters that I thought that about.
That dude was freaking amazing. Like, even in freaking that stupid Independence Day movie, like where he played the weird ass, like whatever the doctor. Like, that guy was freaking awesome. He could do awesome character or voice work or whatever. And it's it's like him, like Michael Winslow, same thing. The sound effects guy.
Yeah.
Like, why were they so limited? Like, were they just not doing backroom stuff?
It just wasn't the right time. Wasn't the right place at the right time. When I say Sig Haig, what do you think of?
Freaking Hills Have Eyes.
No. Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects. Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah,
you think of stuff like that, but you don't think back to the early days when he was guest starring on Buck Rogers. Like, you don't even think of stuff. Like
my God, yeah. Holy shit, dude, Buck Rogers, man.
Oh, here's another one. Fucking, he just died. Michael Madsen. That dude, after I saw him in fucking Reservoir Dogs, because I saw Reservoir Dogs like 2 or 3 years after it came out. I saw Reservoir Dogs, I was like, this dude should be in everything.
that scene from Reservoir Dogs was iconic. Like, people who can barely remember Reservoir Dogs remember the torture scene with the cop in the ear.
Yeah, but like, not even just the torture scene, just like him in the fucking movie.
Yeah, Mr. Blonde.
Cold motherfucker. It's like,
he's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he's awesome in Kill Bill too, when he's like, I deserve to die. Like we did bad shit to Beatrix.
But
yeah, hold on. RR just mentioned Buck Rogers because I'm a big fan of that one. He's right. Buck Rogers had the hottest chick. Not only did it have Aaron Gray, but it had the chick that played Princess Ardala. And prepubescent me went through puberty.
Buck Rogers. I don't remember any other girl but Aaron Gray.
Dude,
in her fucking yellow and her fucking gray camel toe outfit.
Yeah, well, so what really sucked was Wilma Deering in the first season was in that body-fitting white thing where you could see her religion. Yeah. You could basically be her gynecologist. And then in the second season, they rewrote the entire thing because of Gil Gerard and a couple other people. Screwed up the whole damn series, put them on a ship called the Searcher, and they put her in the stupid skirt. She didn't later get like the awesome like metallic bodysuit thing again until the series was almost canceled, like right at the end.
I barely remember anything about Buck Rogers because they don't. They don't play it in reruns anymore.
I watched that religiously as a kid, and like my mom hated it, and my dad was giving me thumbs up. So I knew I was onto something like that. Attaboy, kid. Because the intro to the movie that was like the pilot for it, they ended up breaking it up into a miniseries. But the intro to the movie is just Buck Rogers on like a giant glowing sign that says Buck Rogers making out with like a naked freaking Aaron Gray and a couple other chicks.
Oh, you see RR.
Yeah, he's right. 100% agree. 100% agree. Yep. Yeah, we loved it, dude. Every Sunday night, that was freaking on.
Yeah. Plus, I don't remember if it was actually still on the air or if they were just showing it in like syndication, like in reruns.
The only cool thing that happened that came out of season 2 was they had this awesome Latino guy who played Hawk, and they make fun of that in Rick and Morty with Bird Person. But there was a guy called Hawk that had like a ship that looked like the fucking the thing that was on Point Dread on. I
remember the robot that looked like a dick.
Yeah.
Beady.
Oh, that was Twiggy. Yeah, that was Mel Blanc that did that voice.
It was.
That was Mel Blanc, and then he took off like for a couple of seasons. They got a new guy in that couldn't hack it, so they got Mel Blanc back.
Here, all right. So I'm gonna bring up a picture of the fucking band here. It's just look at just.
We're gonna get disgusted.
Look how uncomfortable he looks. Look at that.
He looks like he's about to rage against Don't Kill Games.
He looked like he got drugged up just so they could put him in this fucking car to do the scene.
And he's not looking anywhere. Like the guy in the front's looking off to the side, the guy at the guitar is looking down, and then the guy looking at the camera, and then Joey Ramone is just kind of there.
He's the only one smiling in this picture, though. Look how lost he looks. He's fucking dented.
That's Gummo Stern for you. Oh man, yeah. He clearly had something health-wise wrong with him. Beat. Hey, dog.
Born with a goddamn conjoined twin on his back.
Yeah, parasitic twin that sucked out all the iron out of his blood or something. Like he's pale as fuck too. That, like, I'm not trying to make fun of him because, like, you know,
I want you around.
Yeah,
I want you around.
He must have he must have had complications.
My fucking mouth.
Well, every one of his every one of the Ramones songs, all you got to do is just change the lyrics, and it's the same exact song.
Basically.
Oh.
Yeah, I was saying about what they did on that fucking that show, Grounded for Life, with the nuns.
Yeah.
All their songs sound the same. Rock and Roll High School, Rockaway Beach.
There's one that's slightly different than the rest of them. It was made for a movie. It was made for a horror movie.
Oh, which one?
They did a horror movie song?
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, shit.
I
Nice.
fucking forgot about that song.
I loved that movie. Denise Crosby at the end. That was freaking nightmare fuel.
Yeah, they were all having fucking bands. Like, what was the fucking... He's back. He's the man behind the best. Fucking Cooper doing that shit for whichever Friday the 13th it was.
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit!
I believe that was 4. I think it was.
Well, anyway, Joey Ramone has special needs. He's talking to his living nurse. I want you around.
Well, what did he end up dying from?
Let me see.
Because I think it was killing him all this time. Like, I'm not trying to be like a downer, but it's like he clearly got some difficulties. Like, if you look at him next to everybody else, like something's kicking his ass.
Yeah, he looks like he's walking like a wounded dinosaur.
Yeah, he was having trouble standing up in a couple of those shots.
Let me see. Come on.
And then when they had him separated there to put the wheat germ in his mouth and stuff. And
the whole other band is across the fucking room, that entire scene. Yes.
Yeah, they're all eating the pizza, and he's like, I can't eat human food because my liver doesn't work or something.
All right, it said he had OCD and schizophrenia.
He had schizophrenia?
He died from prostate cancer.
Oh. Well, schizophrenia. That explains the daze in the eyes if you have schizophrenia.
Yeah, he's probably drugged up like a motherfucker.
No, dude, like I wouldn't wish schizophrenia on my worst enemy. Like, honestly,
he's probably
like
on a mix of fucking drugs prescribed to him.
Antipsychotics, yeah.
And fucking street drugs.
Well, honestly, street drugs worsen the symptoms of schizophrenia. Like, there's actually studies that show that marijuana use actually increases your like the severity of schizophrenic psychotic breaks. But
so in '95, it said he was diagnosed with lymphoma.
Oh,
that was '95, bro.
Yeah, but still, like this poor motherfucker.
How about this one? In 1983, he was severely injured in a fight, and he had to get brain surgery to survive.
Jesus.
Oh my God, dude, this guy's lived a tortured life. We're all like shitting on him and stuff, but like,
yeah, I know, but like, they should be putting him out on stage. This guy should
they should be
being taken care of. Like,
wow. Yeah, schizophrenia, parasitic twin.
Yeah, he was only 50. He was only 55 when he died too.
Oh, that's scary. That's young, dude. That poor guy, man. I'm not trying to bring things down, but what the fuck? Like, he clearly did not have good enough friends. You know, be like, dude, we gotta watch out for this guy. He's hurting.
I think it's clearly an example that probably somebody who knew their time was limited and he just went out there and was fortunate enough to make the best out of it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. If you know you're going down, you might as well go down with a bang.
I'm feeling bad because look at this shit. All right, so he's going out with this woman and he's engaged to her. They split up when she began fucking dating Johnny Ramone. Like, oh my God. Like,
bros before hoes.
I would want to kill somebody. I want to kill somebody.
Yeah, like, damn. I don't know, man. I think Tommy's onto something. I think he said, fuck it. I'm going down. I'm going to go down in a blaze. Man.
Well, yeah. You know, like he was using being in a band to... This dude's probably like 24/7 crippling pain.
Well, that and like...
He sure looked like it.
Yeah, not only was he like in crippling pain and stuff, but it's like, what could I do to keep my mind off of this? I know, bang hot chicks.
Yeah, but then you gotta get on a goddamn tour bus and
yeah,
I don't know, man. It probably fucking was a tear on him. Was a fucking wear and tear on him. Fucking traveling around and shit.
You were the one pointing it out. Like he needed to be propped up on certain scenes. Like there were scenes where he was like barely hanging on. Like he was leaning on people. People were holding him up. Like, yeah, I'm sure being moved around because like this car is from New York. It's got the New York plates, but yet they're in California here. So he's moved around.
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Wisconsin because it was Vince Lombardi High, and you know Vince Lombardi was the coach of the Packers.
Yep.
So, let me see if it said
they had Packers shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was. 100%. I said earlier they had to take gigs in California to be able to pay their hotel rent because Corman.
Well, it was filmed in California.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be in Wisconsin. But yeah, Corman, man, dude, imagine that. Like, hi, we got a medical patient here, and he's like, I don't care. He can pay for his freaking care on his own dime. Hey, put him up in a bus, man.
Okay, all right. So it says the genesis for the plot of the movie. Story told to the film's original writer by his father, Raymond E. McBride of the Milwaukee Journal, who staged a walkout from his Superior, Wisconsin Central High School in the 20s. So I guess it was supposed to be like fucking Green Bay area.
Well, it's funny because some of the original titles that they actually had one that said California Girls.
Oh, that was going to be the Van Halen one? Oh, wait, Van Halen didn't. That was that Van Halen? Was that just...
no, that's David Lee Roth.
By himself. That was just him by himself. Okay. And Mr. Futterman's name is Dick Miller. Oh, 2019 he died. Yeah, Tommy, did you notice Mr. Futterman at the end? Did you see him with the fucking nightstick ready to beat the shit out of
Yes, I did. Yeah, he was the chief or whatever.
He's like, I want to handle this my way. He was like fucking beating his other hand with the nightstick. Yeah, Mr. Futterman's the man. He pops up in so much shit when you watch movies through the years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I was saying though, I wouldn't say this is like the top of cinema. Far from it, but I find it enjoyable for what it is. It's still not good enough to wind up being in my permanent collection though.
Well, I think this is also available on like 6 different fucking. Like, you know how stingy they are with some movies, but I think this one's available on quite a few.
Oh, there was another thing that in the list of stuff that I seen, they borrowed the idea of the movie poster from Animal House. So if you
I can see it.
But instead of a a dorm or whatever you want to call it, it's a high school.
Okay, so this is currently available on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sites for free.
Damn.
YouTube wanted me to pay $6.99 to watch Rambo 2.
I can tell you about all the different bags of objects that YouTube could go suck, but it might get us in trouble.
Yeah, anyone wants to watch Rock and Roll High School for free, it's on Tubi, Roku, Crackle, Amazon Prime, Sling, Fandango, and Plex. All for free.
I'm surprised it's not on Pluto.
I think you have to pay for it on Pluto.
Pluto is free.
Let me go back to it.
Pluto is free. I don't have to pay to watch anything on Pluto.
Oh, it's not even on Pluto. Okay. Well, I don't know. I thought fucking Tubi was free until they wanted me to pay for some fucking movies, certain movies.
Oh man.
Well, that's because you're not paying Tubi. You're actually paying the company that owns it.
Well, fuck them all anyway. They all screwed me on.
Because Roku does the same thing. So Roku offers a whole bunch of free things that you could watch. Some of them are like limited trials. So like, you can see some of these programs from all these different things, whether it's Paramount or whoever. But the minute they have something that's behind the paywall, you're still watching from Roku. So you're not paying Roku. You're actually paying Paramount or whoever that owns the film.
Well, anyway. Can we talk about how they turned into terrorists at the end of the movie?
Yeah. I like how all nerds seem to know chemistry.
Like,
it's like she's not like a math nerd or a history nerd. No, this bitch knows how to make a freaking anarchist cookbook in the science lab.
Like, and they're like, yay, we're terrorists. And they're dancing in the hog to a remote song.
I tell you, Chris, you know what we call those type of women? Marriage material.
Yeah. That's a keeper.
Because in the zombie apocalypse, you want a wife that could cook up a bomb in the kitchen.
The Ramones all of a sudden comes to the high school after there's a fucking a burning of a bunch of Ramones records, and then you see all their records like thrown in there. Like I think I saw an Alice Cooper record thrown in there. But all of a sudden, the Ramones comes into the school and helps them fucking destroy the school.
You know what?
Right in front of the
most
police.
Hilarious. You know what's the most hilarious part about this movie, though? No matter where the Ramones show up, they've always got all their instruments on them.
Yeah.
And they're not even plugged in.
Yeah, they don't need amps or nothing. And the fucking mouse. What the fuck was up with that mouse?
Well, apparently,
the person running around in a giant mouse costume that supposedly was like one of the mice that she was playing music.
Yeah, you play the Ramones music and they explode.
Blowing up white mice with the fucking Ramones song.
And then they turned into giant mice, and one of them was a guy mouse, the other one was a mommy mouse or whatever.
The other one was his mom, yeah. I don't know. This movie, it didn't bother me as much as I watched it the first time, but it's just kind of...
I thought it was pretty good. Like for if I was a kid watching this back in like the 80s or the late 70s, I probably would have enjoyed this a lot more. But like, if I was a Ramones fan, dude, this would be the shit. Like, this would be the awesome, best fucking movie ever.
I guess if I was a Ramones fan.
Yeah.
But if I was a teenage girl Ramones fan.
Oh, yeah.
This really seems it's like more for teenage girls than anything.
Yeah, which is weird.
I saw something where someone called this like a Grease type movie. Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, like, it's weird that they call this like that it's targeting girls, because almost all the chicks were hotties. There was like nipples and like ass shots, and it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if these straight girls.
Some of these girls were walking around legit dressed like prostitutes.
You know what?
Well, that's
it's
the
kind of
70s.
funny. So remember, I said the original guy, that Desmond guy that was supposed to play Eaglemar or whatever.
Clint Howard's character.
Yeah. So you just mentioned Grease. That's something else I forgot. He was in Grease.
Yeah, seems about
You're
right.
the one that I love.
This was like almost. This is pretty much like the fucking the new age punk. First of all, they consider the Ramones punk.
I always found that kind of borderline. I mean, I get they got a lot of the same basic 3-chord progressive of riffs that most bands in punk were using, but then again, you know what? His vocals weren't always very refined, so I guess that's another reason why they grouped them into the punk category. But they were they were an Americanized version of punk.
Would you call it pop punk?
I think it, punk? Yeah, that would actually probably sound more accurate.
Pop / punk,
yeah.
Commercial.
It's no Green Day.
Well, you know what? Gun to my head, I'll choose the Ramones all day, every day.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing too. I mean, if you listen to a lot of their songs, they're the ones that made certain punk songs commercially viable.
Mm.
No shit. They're all like, stadiums play their shit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like if you're watching a fucking sport, you're gonna hear that every fucking sporting event. Doesn't matter which one.
Man, that's kind of like Queen with "We Will Rock You" in like every freaking auditorium.
Yep.
Man.
But yeah, I don't know. Watching this again for the second time, I didn't hate it as much as I hated it the first time. But like I was saying before, I'm not a Ramones fan. And watching this man try to move around, it's just something about it just disturbs me.
Yeah, well, I mean, now that we found out that this poor bastard was dying, like, he's lucky he made it to 50, like, with all the shit that...
Born with a goddamn fucking conjoined twin on his back.
Dude, he must have, in a past life, he must have, like, did something really bad. Because, like, could you imagine the torture of being a rock star and not being able to enjoy it because you're all fucked up?
Yeah.
Like, that's like the Rogue from X-Men, where she's this, like, super smoking hot thing, but nobody can fuck her because they'll die. You know? Like, that's a torture.
Well, we saw he's able to sing right in people's faces with no problem.
Apparently sang to her tonsils, but yeah.
But watching this again for a second time, I'll give it a 5.5. It's just because I'm not a Ramones fan.
Yeah.
Maybe if this had something to do with a band that I really was a huge fan of, maybe I'd feel different. I don't know. I got 5.5. The girls were hot in this. There were a lot of hot chicks in this movie.
Yes.
Hey, what up, Soul Assassin?
Hey. Take my chances with Rogue.
How you doing, man?
Hey.
Yeah, what do you say, Chris?
I'm not a super fan of the Ramones, so that was lost on me as well. The writing was really bad. The only thing, in my opinion, that saved it were the hot chicks. So I'll give it a 4.5, closer to a 5 than a 4.
You know, what's her face did a good job too. That principal chick, she was
dude, yeah,
she was good as the fucking super asshole principal.
Yeah, and she was in a lot of things, man.
TV and
I thought Clint Howard's character was funny too.
Yeah,
yeah, he was all right. It was just a little creepy when he was
Charlie Bartlett. Yeah, he was like they made a movie.
Teenagers had to fucking have sexual fucking intercourse. It was a little disturbing.
35-year-old trying to hook up a bunch of 15-year-olds.
What do you say, Tommy?
Well, first off, I wanna understand why Soul Assassin will take his chances with Rouge makeup.
Yeah.
But I would say I would give this one a 6.5. I mean, it's still enjoyable. It's not great, but I think it's still enjoyable. It's not something I hate. So, yeah,
okay,
we'll give this one. We'll give this one a piggy with one paw up. That's about a 6.5.
Do you remember this video? Because I don't. It's been so long since I watched the video, Tommy.
Well, she was hot in that. Damn, dude. Well.
She's saying, was it the mom from the institutionalized?
The Pepsi commercial?
Institutionalized, yeah.
I
can't. I don't really remember the video. I just used to listen to it on vinyl, so. And I know Soul Assassin education failed a lot of people.
Yeah, but I didn't blow up any school that I fucking failed in.
That you can prove. Yeah,
Minecraft.
I do know 2 people who set a fucking school auditorium on fire though.
Damn, man.
So I know people. I didn't do it myself, but I know people who did.
You know, the one thing this movie did really achieve for me though was it showed how great things were in the late 70s, early 80s. Like it's all scummy and dirty and everything and all that stuff, but like. There were very few fat, ugly people in the entertainment media at the time, and it was a positive movie. Like it was a joke, rebellious movie. It wasn't like everybody should be miserable and like the world sucks and all this stuff. Like it had a pretty positive message. So yeah, I mean, I'm still giving it a 4.5.
School?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Go trench coat mafia and blow up your school because they
yeah, Marilyn Manson got all the blame for it. It turned out it was the Ramones.
Well, the girl wrote the song, and she actually got it to the Ramones, and they turned it into a song. So there's a bit of your positive spin on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like everybody
terrorists.
Sometimes you got to break the rules to get on top, man. You should know that by now.
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, right?
Yeah.
Or some skulls.
Animal House, yes.
See, everyone loves Animal House. I didn't love Animal House. I thought it was funny. But...
No, quick, let's boo this man. Boo.
I was saying boo earns.
My favorite part of Animal House is when the horse dies of a heart attack and the guy's like... Like the way the horse paused real quick and then yeah, that was my favorite part of that.
Was that what Family Guy used for the inspiration for the retarded horse that they threw through Mort Goldman's pharmacy window?
Oh, I don't remember.
Because it died of a heart attack. They used that exact animation, like the.
Okay. If it's Family Guy, then they definitely took it from me.
It's like, get rid of the horse.
Yeah, thanks for chilling out, guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thanks for the invite. This was fun, man.
Get the Ramones off the screen. Let me get that human tragedy known as Joey Ramone off the screen.
No, we're like shitting all over this dude. Then like the more we read into it,
I want you around. Sing it right in your mouth.
He's like spitting on her uvula. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, I had a blast. Like, it wasn't the greatest of movies, but hanging out, like us shitting all over it, then finding out that we're terrible human beings for shitting all over Gummo Stern.
Ichabod Ramone over there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if he's all heavily drugged up on antipsychotics or whatever, he's lucky he's even freaking knows what world he's in.
And he made a lot of fucking money.
Yes, he did.
A lot of fucking money. And to this day, his fucking relatives are probably still rolling in the fucking dough every time that goddamn song is played in a fucking stadium.
Hey, oh.
Commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I had a blast watching it, and now I'm on a personal quest now to find whatever movie that Hot Principal's in, where she gets in the lingerie, because I know she's got a kick and butt.
It's burnt into your brain. That's
yes.
And you can't think of what movie it is.
Yes, it's like a P-switch in a Super Mario Brothers game. The challenge has been thrown.
Yeah, you want the link up, bro?
Oh yeah. Let me let's see. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally send the wrong link because I'm working on something as well. And the last thing I want to do is give everybody a free copy of the digital edition. All right, let's see.
I thought it was going to be a fucking a paragraph on how to deal with people with Marfan syndrome. You can move them around the room with a fucking hand truck.
Yeah. Well, all right. Yeah. So that's Infinito Chronicles #2. We got a little over 2 weeks left before the campaign ends, and when it ends, all the extra goodies end with it, and then I'll be in fulfillment hell. I got to take a week off of work to make sure I can get all those books out to the people that backed me, because I'm not going to make people wait months or years to get what they paid for. So yeah, and thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And Tommy.
There you go.
You sound like a guitar. Holy shit.
Well, but you don't think I can play? I can play. The pig is multi-talented. Guys, thank you for joining us. You could have spent your time anywhere. Chose to spend it here. It is greatly appreciated for everybody who's watching on the replay. I hope you enjoyed the discussion with us. Be sure to stop back on Thursday between Vinny Art and my channel. We're going to be having another good collectible pass. We got some more inspiration from our panelists to create some different, some more old school stuff that they wanted to hear about. And of course, we're going to have some more reviews and a lot of fun there. Still not sure when I'm going to get back into the flow of doing Tuesday streams. I'm too busy fighting with YouTube. And by the way, YouTube, a big giant FU from the Guinea Pig Collective for everything you've done. But yeah, thank you all for being here. And thanks to Slasher for always holding these. Thanks to JJ for always starting these, and Chris Fisk for being here as well. And for all the people that couldn't make it, Vinny and Adam. I hope you bastards are having fun wherever you are. You sons of bitches belong to both of you. Thank you very much.
Vinny did his best to dodge this movie. He's like, oh, I think I might not make it. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah. You could just say, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping. I would understand. I totally understand. It's hard to look at this guy. I really can't get over it. Maybe I'm saying it too much. Maybe I'm mean. I don't know. Whatever. He made a lot of money, so I'm sure he did just fine. Cotton. Soul Assassin. Anybody who checks out the replay. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Later.
What's up, DiBiase, punk ass bitch? Oh, motherfucker.